Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, also known as the Chatty Penpal channel, and today I have a special video for you, in my opinion. It's the Craft Club challenge of December. I will explain that in a second, and what I'm going to make is a special accordion folder. Now, I still need to figure out a name, a box accordion folder, I guess. But first, let's look at some of the pictures that you all have shared at the hashtag ThePaperLetterBlog. I know I haven't shared these in a while. I don't know why. I honestly think my only excuse is that I forgot, because I love looking at these. I love seeing you use the hashtag. My speech is weird again today. I love seeing you use the hashtag, and I love it when you guys share projects that you've made with videos or projects or ideas that I've shared here. So I'm eternally grateful for all of you, even if I haven't showed that in a while. And if you, of course, make something with after a video I did, don't forget to use that hashtag, because I love looking at those pictures. Now, here's a sneaky peeky of the end result. Of course, I'm going to show you how you make this and also how it looks inside, but I wanted this to kind of grab your attention, and this project went to my pen pal Emilia. In the background, I'm just quickly going to cover up that packaging. Whoops, I splashed paint everywhere. That packaging with blue paint. I'm not going to show you all of that. Ba-bing. I wish it was that fast in real life. I had to use multiple layers of paint because I used kind of cheap paint from Action, and it does not cover that well, so I just painted it multiple times. But in all honesty, it's kind of relaxing, you know? And then the next thing is I'm gonna grab some coloring book pages to make pockets. Again, that book is also from Action, so it's super cheap, but you could use any type of page you like, same as with the previous accordion folder tutorial. You could use any type of paper you like: vintage book pages, magazine pages, pretty printed pages, new pages, old pages, scrap pages, or like I am doing some coloring book pages. Now, I will share the measurements down below if you want to know how to make this, of course, but I can tell you now as well. The pockets are going to be 3 1/4 of an inch by 4 1/4 inches when they're folded. So in total, you need a piece of paper that is 6.5 inches by 4.5. And then you fold the 6.5 into 3 1/4 of an inch. So then you have these simple pockets. It's not a pocket yet, obviously. We're still going to glue down the sides that I'm showing you there. If you don't want to fold pages, you could of course also glue 2 pieces of paper together on 3 sides. I'm just going to use simple glue, but feel free to use whatever you please. And as I was explaining, I have a Patreon page, and on Patreon I upload a challenge every month. So that's a simple prompt that you can work with. It's not a competition, it's not a contest, except for this month. We're doing a giveaway this month, but normally it's just supposed to be for fun. I love seeing what other people create with the prompts or the challenge that I give them. And this month we're actually using all of the prompts from previous months in this one video. I don't know about you guys, but this year has gone by so fast. Not fun, it's crazy. This year has gone by so fast, and I thought that for December, to kind of wrap up the year, I would just have all of the challenges that we did before come back in one challenge. And that doesn't mean that people are forced to use all of them. It just means that I give them, that people have the freedom to do whichever challenge they please. A lot of people joined later on in the year, or they haven't been able to do all of the challenges, and I was hoping that this would give them a chance to kind of do some more creative crafting. Because that's what the challenges are meant for, not to intimidate people, but just to help you think outside the box. I'm going to talk you through the challenges as I'm incorporating them into this project, because of course I wanted to try and do all of them in one project instead of all the little projects that I did throughout the year. I did all of them in one project. It was not easy, but I can talk you through them. But first let me finish this story of why I'm uploading a Patreon, normally a Patreon only video to YouTube. Because like I said, every month or nearly every month, I've missed 1 month I think, I've included a video for patrons only on my Patreon page to kind of give an example of the challenge and show people what I am doing with that particular challenge. So I've uploaded mainly smaller videos of cute little projects. This is a large project. The videos over on Patreon are not normally this long, but it's a variety of bigger projects and smaller projects, and I like it that way. I sit down with the prompt that I give other people, and I just like to think on my feet, you know, whatever comes to mind I will make, and I will turn that into a video for Patreon. And like I said, the reason why I'm uploading this to YouTube now is because I wanted to do a crossover, because I put a lot of time, I'm gonna be honest, I put a lot of time and effort into Patreon, and I would love it, I would love for it to become bigger and to grow bigger and to grow a bigger community. So I just thought that I would give you an example of what we normally do over on Patreon. It's a little bit of a crafts club. You get extra videos, sometimes hauls, or I'm hoping to do a live stream again soon, quite possibly tomorrow for Patreon. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what you could potentially get if you decide to sign up. It feels like shameless promotion here, but I need to learn how to do that too. So, you know, let me just do that now. Let me just get that over with. So Patreon, this is what I would normally share there. And now I'm getting distracted by a cat. What I'm making in the background is a bookmark. I feel very strongly that I need to delete this voiceover and do it again, but I'm in a bit of a time rush because normally I have therapy at 2 on a Friday, and then that gives me the whole morning to work on my videos. But now she moved it to 11. When I woke up, I saw like, hey, can you meet me at 11 instead of 2? So that kind of changed my whole plan for the day. And then now, I don't know, I'm behind schedule again, which is not something new for me. So if I sound a bit rambly, that's because I had therapy this morning, and then always my head is just a bit extra tired, extra rambly, you know, but I will try and talk you through this. Like I said, in the background I'm making a bookmark. It was supposed to fit into one of the pockets, but then I realized it does not actually fit, so I just decided to put it on the back of the project, so that's still in the middle, just not inside one of the pockets. But anywho, I'm making a bookmark, and now you may already guess, you may be able to guess what one of the challenges was this year. And one of the challenges was to work with one color only, like the challenge I did with Brittany. So instead of working with everything you have, you pick one color, which was blue for me, obviously, and you work with that. Now, obviously, there's some white in there, there's a little bit of black on the washi tape, there's black pen, but in theory, this is an old blue mail. That's my new crocodile. I don't know why they call it a crocodile. I think that's a really weird name, but it's a really nice way to add an eyelet to your project. I love it so much. I will link everything that I can down below in case you want to check it out. I'm completely distracted. Anywho, that was one of the challenges, and then another one of the challenges was to reuse, recycle, or upcycle, which was of course the base of the Accordion folder, which was a recycled packaging. Another challenge was to use thread or twine, and that's also on the bookmark. We have a little piece of twine. It's not the most obvious. I would have liked twine or thread to be in there a little bit more, but then, you know, I couldn't. I tried to incorporate everything into one video, and this is the best I could do for thread. And that's okay. I mean, I was the one who set the challenge. It's not like anyone is going to tell me that I failed, right? Don't tell me that I failed. No. I do have to tell you one thing. In the background, I am now gluing together the pockets, but at the beginning of this video, I made 5 pockets, if I'm not mistaken. That turned out to be not enough. They wouldn't reach both of the sides, like it's not enough, basically, long story short. So in the end, I made 8. So now you may see 5, but keep in mind that you're going to need 8 if you have the same project. And what you do when you glue the pockets together is you put glue in an upside down T. I did that for the first one, but for the other ones I only put glue in the middle because I wanted them to be able to stretch out further. So if you want some sort of a compact, close together, if you want the pockets to be close together, do the upside down T, so glue down the middle and at the bottom. And if you want them to be less put together, then you can put glue only in the middle. Yep, I hope that made sense. So I ended up doing a couple of them. The first one on both sides was for me the upside down T, so glue down the middle, glue at the bottom, and then the rest of them only glue in the middle. And what that does is it helps the envelopes stretch out a little bit further, which normally is not that much of a problem. But this box is quite large, so in order for them to be evenly spread out, it was easier to do it this way. I really hope that makes sense. If you need a more in-depth explanation of the accordion folder in itself, I have a couple tutorials on that already. I did not want to spend too much time on that this video, simply because I already have the tutorials online and simply because this video is already quite long. By the way, I forgot to tell you, but the footage for this video was already over 3 hours. No, close to 3 hours. I'd say 2 hours 50 or something. And then I of course did not film everything. Like I didn't film all of the painting. I didn't film all of the folding and gluing. So you can imagine I worked on this for quite long, and that's also why I did not want to stretch out the actual explanation too much, because that would have made this video like an hour long. I will link the accordion folder tutorials down below. Now, next thing I'm doing is I'm just putting some pretty paper on the inside of the booklet. And my original idea was not to make this entire thing blue. My original idea was to make the bookmark blue and then the rest just whatever I pleased. But then I thought, okay, I actually quite like the way this looks. So I'm just gonna go with blue nearly all the way. Oh, I almost forgot, but of course that the stupid thing is I did not measure the box. So even though I do have the measurements for the pockets, I forgot to measure the actual box. But if you want to make the same project, just make sure that it's your pages are slightly larger than the pockets so that they fit in there nicely, but not too snug. Again, if you need a better tutorial, I have another accordion mail folder in there. And this is when I realized that, of course, these little accordions are never going to make it all the way to the other side. Look. Wait, I'm gonna try pulling them, and they come quite far, and they do reach the other side, but then not neatly. Like they're overstretched, and it doesn't look pretty, and I don't like it. So I decide, in the end, what I'm gonna do is terrible. I'm gonna rip, because this red tape is very strong. So what I do is I rip them apart again. That's what I did. I ripped them apart again, and I included 3 more envelopes. And then I'm gonna glue them together again. And the reason why the light went from white to yellow orangey is because I have a daylight lamp that can go either white light, or it can go slightly orange, or it can go orangey, yellowish, that it is now. And I use the orangey light when I'm crafting by myself. Because the white light is very bright and it wakes me up, and it's not good if you want to go to bed. And then I forgot to turn it back to white. This is me picking out some die cuts to make a cute goody pocket for Emilia. I don't know if I already told you this, but this project went to my pen pal Emilia, and she has a really, really cutesy style. I wasn't sure if she would like this project, but I was very sure that she would love these die cuts because they're pink and gold and girly and really cute, and I know that we both love this a lot. So I thought I would include some of those. And while you're watching me do that, let me explain some more of the Craft Club challenges. Now, another thing we did was decoupage. So the napkin layer that I made on the paint is another one of the Craft Club challenges. Then, of course, we have one color, which we have with the blue. Another challenge we did was coloring book pages. Use coloring book pages. Now, in this video, I tried to show you that you do not have to use coloring book pages for decoration. You can also use them for pockets. So I made the pockets out of coloring book pages. Upcycle, recycle, blah blah blah. We already had that with the little box. Then we had, of course, a thread or twine. That was the tag, the bookmark. And then all that is left is magazine cutouts, a see-through window, and a collage. Now the collage is also partially on the bookmark again, but I'm also going to make a collage on the outside of the cover, which you already saw. The next thing that I'm doing is I'm making a mail tag answer list and a mail tag question list, because my pen pal Amelia and I always exchange mail tags. I get a question a lot of times, what is a mail tag? And that is simply a little list of questions that you would like to know, things that you wouldn't normally come up in a letter. So one of my favorites, I've mentioned, hey Sage, I've mentioned this 1,000 times, but one of my favorite questions to ask is like, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Because you get such fun answers, and it also says a lot about your pen pal, you know, the answer they give. But you can ask all sort of things. You can ask like, what's your favorite season? Or what's your favorite tea? Or what's your favorite winter activity? Or something you look forward to. Basically, you can ask any question you like. That's the mail tag. And then, of course, in the next mail, you receive the answers and some new questions for you to answer. So it's just basically an endless list of questions you keep sending each other, but it's really, really fun. Amelia always comes up with really fun questions as well, which I quite like. And I think it's just kind of an original way to get to know each other, because when I write pen pal letters, it's usually about my daily life or about my therapy, or it's about things that happened. And, you know, I wouldn't normally talk about my superhero powers or something like that. So if you haven't tried it yet, definitely do try it. It's quite a common thing in the pen pal world. Not everyone does it. Not all of my pen pals send questions or answer my questions if I send them, but it's a really, really fun way. And then I used one of the Project Life cards. I have two different ones. One of them has just lists on the front, lists on the back, and then the other one had an image of a camera that says "Say cheese," and I thought it would look nice if I made a little collage on that as well. Next thing I'm including is some pretty stickers for my pen pal again. These are from Hema, which is probably my favorite store ever. And of course some tea. Now, I'm gonna get questions about this. The reason why my coffee looks so funky. It says perfect for a cozy day. Cozy, I don't know why that came out so weird. My coffee looks weird because my boyfriend made pumpkin spice syrup with actual pumpkin. So when you pour that onto your coffee turns orange. So don't worry, I'm not drinking something weird. It's just a pumpkin spice flavored coffee. This, what I'm doing now, is going to be for the see-through window, or see-through / window. It, like, when I give people a challenge, you can take it as broadly, or you can see it any way you like. Like, if you want to do see-through with a shaker, that's fine. That's fun. If you want to make an actual window, fine. If you want to do vellum, that's fine. But I decided to go with vellum and then put a window in it as well. So I'm just gonna die cut a circle out of that so that I make a literal window, and then we're gonna decorate that with some magazine cutouts, and I'm just using that as some sort of a sleeve around the little box to keep everything together. Woof. Now, oh, by the way, I forgot to say, but the reason why I normally upload, zoom, scroll back, normally I upload the Crafts Club challenge like the 1st of the month or the 2nd or the 3rd, somewhere in the beginning of the month, and now of course it's already nearly halfway into December. And the reason for that is because I wanted to wait for my pen pal to actually receive this mail, and then today I thought, okay, you know, I have to. That's from Flow magazine, by the way. It's just a simple girl on a chair, and then I'm gonna decorate with some houseplants, which I think is so cute. But today I thought, okay, you know, it's already halfway in December. My mail hasn't arrived yet. I need to upload that Crafts Club challenge video, because otherwise, how can I expect people to? I don't know. I want to show my example, you know, and then I thought, okay, so even if it's not received by Emilia yet, I'm just gonna have to upload it, and I will tell her not to watch the video. And then bam, this afternoon I get tagged in a picture that says mail from Vivian, and she received it, and it just feels like perfect timing. I quite often actually upload videos with projects that have not yet been received, and I don't really like that because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But for certain things such as seasonal crafts, so like fall themed crafting, I just simply cannot wait with uploading it, because if I have to wait for mail to arrive in the USA, then the season is already over. Sometimes it takes literal months, especially now in the Christmas/winter season. I don't know about other countries, but here in the Netherlands, mail just gets so much slower in December, November. I think it's because of like Black Friday and then Christmas cards and then end of year cards. I don't know, is that a thing? But mail just gets incredibly slow. So yeah, sometimes I upload spoilers, but I try to avoid it if I can. So of course I had to use the houseplant cutouts. I'm definitely going to use the rest of that page as well. Hello head. I just have a folder filled with pretty magazine pages that I think I might be able to use for something. Also on the top you can see there's a pretty blue typewriter. I thought I could use that for this, but it's too big. And then the girl with the houseplants fits perfectly. I'm sorry for you getting a look at my head, but I needed full focus for this. So I just thought I would write for Emilia on the top. And then my original idea was to decorate a lot more of the box, but of course I forgot that you cannot really glue anything down on top of the napkin layer. For some reason it just doesn't stick. And I also thought that it would be nice to keep it kind of not too busy, because then she could hopefully reuse it for storing goodies or something like that. I know I do that. I have like a box with vintage supplies, and I have 3 accordion folders in there that I've received in mail, and I'm just using that for storing little goodies. Then I made a washi tape sample. I'm wondering, because there's a clip of me accidentally dropping a washi tape sample into tea. I thought that was this video, but I don't think it is. I shared it on Instagram. I made a washi tape sample. I showed it up close. I was like, look, washi tape, and then blump, when I just dropped it into my tea. It's definitely not my best moment. I don't know what video that is then. So yeah, you know, follow me if you want to see the dropping washi tape sample into tea action. And then last thing I'm doing is I'm of course just going to fill all of the pockets with goodies. One of them is going to hold my letter. The other one has the mail tag questions. Then this pocket is going to be filled with labels. These are all little labels that I die cut. I'm gonna put more into that pocket, but all little labels that I die cut out of simple writing paper. It just has these sort of sloppy brown lines. I think they look really nice for decorating or for address labels. And then I'm just going to put some greenish blue stickers into that blue. I keep saying blue, it's getting annoying, isn't it? Into that turquoise gift bag. And because the accordion folder is a box, a lot fits in there. So, you know, I can just go crazy with all of the goodies, adding some tickets, and then of course there's already a tea in there and some of the other goodies that I collected in the beginning. I'm also going to add some washi tape stickers. I don't think I'm adding that. I'm not adding those because I thought, you know, everything is blue, and I also thought, okay, I'm not adding blue washi tape stickers, but I thought my pen pal would prefer tulips over vintage. So they're tulips now, because I know that vintage is not her preferred style. And by the way, I haven't explained this yet, but in this video you saw me clap my hands a couple of times. That's actually a trick that I learned. You know, that's my writing paper. When in videos they do, I'm going to show everything up close at the end as well, don't worry. In movies they do cut. And then what that does, when you clap your hands, you can see on the video footage that the sound all of a sudden is super loud. So when you clap your hands twice, you see 2 spikes. Okay, I just smacked the microphone, I'm sorry. You see 2 spikes in the video footage. sound, and then you know, oh, that's where I have to cut. So normally I wanted past Vivian wanted present Vivian to cut the video there, and then of course the thing that I wanted to do is cut out that part where I showed you the vintage stickers and then just pretend like I immediately grabbed the tulip stickers. But you know, I thought I'm just going to show it because that's part of crafting, right? You're making a mistake and then trying again. So this is the finished box. It's quite blue. This is what it looks like. This is the clip you also saw in the beginning, and I'm also of course going to show you the last clip with some more details. It's a bit darker here. This is the bookmark. I hope she likes it. I of course decorated it with some Nuvo Drops as well. Yeah. These are all of the pockets. Anyway, while I show you all of this, I want to close this video by saying thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, you are amazing. Do let me know in a comment down below how you feel about this project and if you're going to try making one for yourself. I'm of course hoping that many of the Patreon members and sneak peek members are going to join this challenge, and I will show you some examples if I can in the near future. Thank you for being here, thank you for supporting my channel, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye bye!